Now I would like to teach how to practice Ānāpānasati meditation up to Jhana. Now, before Jhana, you need to know what is the Panchasandhika Kammatana, or the five combination with the meditation subject, and what is the way of practice of this Ānāpānasati meditation, like Ganana, Anubandhana, Kusana, Tapana, like thing. And here in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, even in the Ānāpānasati Sutta, you have uh, 4 steps. Buddha mentioned 4 steps. The first step is uh, initially Buddha mentioned so sato asasati sato pasasati. That means so sato asasati. You need the meditator, or he mindfully breathe out, mindfully breathe in, and he mindfully breathes out. That is the Buddha mentioned here the object. So what is the object? In breath and out breath. Now here they mention what is the in breath and out breath, as well as touch point you need to know. So therefore that's why I come here. And while practicing this Ānāpānasati meditation, the first step is the digangva asasanto digang asasamiti pajanati. That means whenever you have the long breath, you want to follow the long breath. And this is the first step. And while practicing this long breath, that means you need to know your in breath is long, and you need to know your out breath is long, and you need to know where your touch point is. Maybe it is in the upper lip, or the in the nostril, or the upper lip. Now, while with your mindfulness, steadfast mindfulness, or you can say, or you can follow the breath peacefully and calm way. And if you can maintain your mindfulness to this long breath, if you have long breath, and if you can follow this long breath uh, without any uh, like discontinuation or interruption, without any interruption towards the towards 1 hour, then in this long breath section, or in this long breath step, you can see some let's say some light in front of you, in front of nostril. In the nostril, close to the touch point, you can have some light. This light is very subtle. This light, that is the parikamma nimita. Actually, parikamma nimita is the sign of the concentration. So sign of the concentration, it is very subtle. You need to understand what is that while practicing. And then Buddha said, if you cannot see the nimitta while practicing the first step, that means the long breath, you go to the second step. Actually, what is this second step? Second step is the short breath. Uh, if you have short breath from the beginning, that is your second step. If you have long breath from the beginning, that is your first step. So uh, uh, for the meditator, for the one meditator, he cannot have short breath and long breath at the same time. So either short breath or long breath only the meditator has. Meditator doesn't have two. That means short breath or long breath from the beginning. Short breath and long breath both cannot exist at the same time. So keep it in mind. Sometimes you have long breath, sometimes you have short breath. If you have short breath, that is the second step. If you have long breath, that is the first step. And any of these, what is the short breath and long breath? Short breath means uh, it takes little time, short time to in breath also short, and out breath also short. That means the time is short. And long breath means the time from the nostril to the actually in the nostril, only nostril, you need to keep your mindfulness only in the nostril. You don't need to go to your what is called the uh, in the throat or in the chest or the abdomen. You don't follow that in that way. You need to maintain your mindfulness on the touch point only, in breath, out breath, and touch point only. While practicing in this way, you can understand from in the touch point, you can understand the breath is long. That means it takes more time. It takes more time than the short breath, and that means the time duration to in breath and out breath is long. That's the long breath. So whenever you practice in the first step or the second step, then Buddha said, if you cannot see the parikamma nimitta, that means the sign of the concentration. If you cannot see the sign of the concentration in either long breath or the short breath, then you go to the third step. You go to the third step. Now I explain this. What is this parikamma nimitta? That is the parikamma nimitta is very subtle nimitta. This subtle nimitta is, this is the sometimes white, sometimes ash color, or any color, usually white or ash. And this what called this parikamma nimitta is now sometimes this parikamma nimitta gives light, gives light, and somebody can understand this light first, not the nimitta first. Nimitta is close to the nostril, and light is beyond that. Beyond that means in front of you, you can see the light, and nimitta is in on the touch point only. Nimita is not anywhere on the touch point only, the nimita, but the light is in front of you and around you also. Don't pay attention to the body around, and you need to attain. You need to focus your nostril, in breath, out breath, and touch point only. And actually this for somebody, so therefore for somebody, this nimitta gives the light first, and then the nimitta appear thereafter. And for the another, uh, light appears first, and or another nimitta appears first, and then the light appears second. So this can be a possibility. And now, whenever you see this nimitta, don't pay attention very quickly to see the nimitta, and keep the nimitta also, and you follow the breath. Still you want to follow the breath, and whenever you can understand this nimitta and your breath become unified. Unified mean you can understand this breath and the nimitta become unified in this way. Maybe sometimes you can understand this, from this nimitta breath comes in, and to this nimitta breath goes out, like that. That is one what called the unification. Or sometimes you may understand this nimitta gets stuck in your nostril, gets stuck in your nostril. That is also one type of combination or the unification. And sometimes you can understand your nostril is, you have nimitta, and within that nimitta, your nostril is there. But nostril is there, I mean your in breath and out breath is there in the nimitta. Anyway, you can understand the unification of nimitta and the breath, and it is a must. And if you understand nimitta and the breath is unified, and then your mind over the time automatically touch this parikamma nimitta. And this parikamma nimitta, when you when you focus this parikamma nimitta, then you thereafter you left your original object. What is this original object mean? In breath, out breath, and touch point. In breath, out breath, you forget about, and then you go to the, your mind automatically touch the what called the nimitta, parikamma nimitta. And if you touch, if you can see the parikamma nimitta, I mean, after touching the parikamma nimitta, then that means your object now become change. Object now become change mean, now first object is the in breath, out breath, and touch point. Now your object is the parikamma nimitta. This while concentrating on the parikamma nimitta, usually in the middle of the parikamma nimitta, you want to keep your mind, and thereafter it become condensed. This parikamma nimitta is very subtle object, and now become condensed like a cotton wool or cloud. Sorry. And that is what is called uggaha nimitta. Uggaha nimitta. And then that means learning sign. And this sign also a sign of the concentration. If your mindfulness and concentration goes up, only you can have this type of nimitta. And then whenever your mindfulness, you can maintain your mindfulness on this what called the uggaha nimitta, middle of the uggaha nimitta, then it become very bright, brilliant, sometimes radiance. And actually this what called the uggaha nimitta and the patibhaga nimitta, to the different meditators, they are various. They are differently. They can have different patibhaga nimitta for the different meditators. For in this way, sometimes uh, cotton wool, that you mean, that is the uggaha nimitta. Sometimes drawn out cotton, or sometimes moving air, and sometimes bright light, like morning star, that is the patibhaga nimitta. And then sometimes bright ruby or some any kind of gem, like you can have patibhaga nimitta. And sometimes you have bright pearl like patibhaga nimitta, or bright diamond like patibhaga nimitta. You have, sometimes you may have black diamond, or sometimes your patibhaga nimitta may be white diamond or any kind of diamond. And then for some time, for somebody, nimitta seems in this way. uh, Stem of the cotton plant, and that is stem, not the cotton stem, like a stem. And then sometimes sharpened piece of wood, piece of wood like cotton, patibhaga nimitta, you may have. And sometimes long rope or string, uh, string of flower, and sometimes wreath of flowers, and for somebody puff of smoke. And sometimes you can have spider web like uggaha nimitta and the patibhaga nimitta, and film of mist like thing, or lotus like patibhaga nimitta. And sometimes you can see the patibhaga nimitta or the uggaha nimitta like chariot wheel of chariot. And then sometimes moon, sometimes sun. So different objects, you patibhaga nimitta and uggaha nimitta also sometimes different, especially this patibhaga nimitta is very different for the meditator. Some maybe 80% or 90%, they can have the same patibhaga nimitta, but really it may differ. And sometimes this patibhaga nimitta may appears like a clear water. And in this way also, or some waterfalls also, like this patibhaga nimitta, you can have different patibhaga nimitta. So therefore while practicing this Ānāpānasati meditation, you need to be very careful, and always you want to touch with the teacher. Otherwise, you cannot see. Sometimes you may go beyond the Patipaga Nimitta, and you cannot still understand what is the Patipaga Nimitta like. And now we discuss about what is the long breath and what is the short breath. And Buddha said, if you cannot see the Parikamma Nimitta while practicing short breath or long breath uh, peacefully and comfortably for at least 1 hour, if you cannot see the Parikamma Nimitta, then go to the third step. What is third step? Sabbakaya patisangvedi assasisamiti sikkati. Sabbakaya patisangvedi passasisamiti sikkati. That means experiencing the whole breath body. You want to know, I am experiencing the long breath. I am experiencing the long breath, and you need to continue your practice. And what is this long whole breath body? Whole breath body means from the beginning up to the end, in the nostril or upper lip, you need to follow the breath from the beginning up to the end. Your mind should not go towards the what called the throat or chest or the abdomen. Only in the nostril. Keep your mind only in the nostril. So that is in breath also. Then therefore out breath also, you need to follow the breath in this way. You need to follow the breath in this way, mean you need to follow the breath from the beginning up to the end. That is the whole breath body. Experience in the whole breath body you need to practice. And for the meditator, if he practice in this way with the strong and powerful mindfulness towards the object, and then if he see the nimitta, then he can follow this nimitta after feeling the unification and up to the Patibhaga Nimitta. But if Buddha say, if some meditator, if he doesn't see Patibhaga Nimitta, Parikamma Nimitta still, then go to the fourth step. What is the fourth step? That is the tranquilizing of breath body. Breath body formation. Passambhayam kaya sankharang assasisamiti sikkati. Passambhayam kaya sankharang passasisamiti sikkati. Tranquilizing of the breath body formation, he understand that I am practicing tranquilizing of the breath body formation in breath as well as out breath. So that is the fourth step. And whenever you practice fourth step, that means your breath become tranquilized, or your breath become very subtle. In this very subtle stage, sometimes you cannot see the breath. You cannot see the breath, and you cannot understand the breath. That means your mindfulness is not sharp to understand the breath. But in this situation, actually, you don't need to be panic or get upset. And what you need to do is go to the you keep your mindfulness before the breath becomes subtle and disappear. There you need to wait for a while, and then with the sharp mindfulness, again you can understand the breath. And then in the while practicing in this way, if your mindfulness is very sharp and uh, sharp and sharp towards the object, and most of the meditator can see the parikamma nimitta, most of the meditator. And if he sees the if you see the parikamma nimitta, then no problem. And but you don't pay attention parikamma nimitta very quickly, and still you want to practice with the subtle breath. And over the time, you can understand this parikamma nimitta and your breath become unified, and then only your mind automatically goes towards the parikamma nimitta and touch it. and then thereafter your object is different. This is the new object to you in this Ānāpānasati meditation. And actually, while practicing this meditation, most of the meditator says that, they can have a headache and eye pain like that, like this. And why this headache and eye pain comes to the meditator? Because this is the open up of the four element meditation, features of the four element meditation, or the characteristic of the four element meditation. So, but you don't need to pay attention for that. For example, sometimes you may feel tiredness or heaviness, roughness, like thing in the touch point, or some we can say some heatness, or some pushing like features, or flowing like features. You may understand, but that is because of the four element meditation, opening up of the four element meditation, because your mindfulness is now little sharp or more sharp, and then that you can understand the four element meditation features, but don't pay attention for that. But still you want to forget that anything arising such type of thing, and then you need to focus your breath only. And here again, sometimes most of the meditator, they used to see in breath, out breath, and touch point of the Ānāpānasati meditation by the eye. But don't do like that. If you use your eye to see the object, then your eye get tired. So therefore, eye muscle get tired, and then eye pain also, you will end up with the eye pain. And so avoid this thing. And because here your mind only is working. Not you are closing the eye and you cannot see anything by the eye. And even if you open the eye, you cannot see the parikamma nimito, patibhaga nimito, ugga nimita by your eye. This is totally by the mind. And so this is the so if you can maintain your mindfulness towards the patibhaga nimitta for at least 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, like that, then your mind, you can see your mind through this patibhaga nimitta. Now your patibhaga nimitta in front of you, and you can see your mind uh, that is in the heart, base. And that mind you can see through the patibhaga nimitta. That means your mind is bright, brilliant, and radiance thing. Patibhaga nimitta also bright, brilliant, and radiance, but mind is more brilliant. So therefore, you can understand your patibhaga, your mind when you focus. For example, if you can maintain your mindfulness towards the patibhaga nimitta for at least 2 hour, or 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, like that. So patibhaga nimitta become more and more powerful and brilliant and radiance. And now actually in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Buddha said in this way, no, Atapi sampajano satima. Atapi sampajano satima. That means you need to maintain your virya and mindfulness, and your panya also, or the your wisdom faculty also. And again, you need to overcome your 5 hindrances. Abhijja domanasam vinaya. So therefore, now here, when you focus breath, and when you focus the parikamma nimitta and ugga nimitta and patibhaga nimitta, gradually your 5 hindrances become uh, 5 hindrances become uh, gradually diminish towards the patibhaga nimitta. And when you see the patibhaga nimitta, you don't have any 5 hindrances. 5 hindrances mean, kama chanda, that mean that is the craving towards the object, or a craving towards the any other types of object. And then you have vyapada, or the vyapada, that is the hatred mindsets towards the any types of object. If you took in the other object with the hated object, then you cannot maintain mindfulness towards the object, anapana object. And then you may have thina midda, or the sloth and torpor, and you may have restlessness of the mind and remorse or regret. And that is the what called uddacha kukucha. And you may have vichikicha. That is the vichikicha towards the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. And your tisiksha mean tisikka mean three training: sila, samadhi, panya, three training. And your past life, present life, and future life. Your past life or your future life, or to both, not the present life, or to both. And the party to you, if you have doubt about the paticca samuppada or the dependent origination, also you have doubt. So all these doubt and the five hindrances are zero when you focus patibhaga nimita with good mindfulness and the good concentration. And this is the so the and again, while practicing this meditation, you need to cultivate five pancha bala and pancha indriya and satta bojjhanga also. Pancha bala mean bala mean your mind is not shakeable. That is the bala. What factor which make your mind unshakable? Your mind is not shakable. That means what factor your mind make unshakable? That means saddha, sati, virya, samadhi, panya. Saddha mean your faith towards the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And saddha, sati mean your mindfulness towards the object. and and then again virya, effort, and samadhi, concentration, and the panya, that means the this is the wisdom faculty. And now that is the wisdom faculty. Again, you have pancha indriya. Pancha indriya mean that is the we can say pancha indriya mean five types of overwhelming factor of the uh, overwhelming factor. Those are actually good to reduce your five hindrances. So there these pancha indriya also you need to cultivate while practicing. Panchendriya. What is this Panchendriya? Again, Panchendriya mean it acts. The Pancha Indriya mean Indriya meaning of the Indriya mean it overwhelms the other negative factors. And this Pancha Indriya are the Saddha Indriya, or the faculty, we can say faculty also. So that means faith faculty, and then your mindfulness faculty, and your virya faculty, or the effort faculty. And again you have concentration faculty, and your wisdom faculty. So these five faculties are also you need to cultivate. How you would need to cultivate, and these five faculties and five bala, or the five non-shakable factors, you need to keep your mindfulness towards the object only. Then all the factors will grow up. And again you need to cultivate the satta bojjhanga dhamma. Satta bojjhanga dhamma means seven enlightenment factors. So these seven enlightenment factor will come on the in the Dhammanupassana. So we go to there, and then we go to when we learn the Dhammanupassana, we can go there. And today we today I will discuss how to maintain your mindfulness towards the object with these pancha bala and pancha indriya. And in while practicing, you need to get balance this pancha bala and pancha indriya. For example, you need to balance with your samadhi or the concentration with your effort, period. And you need to balance with your saddha, with your panya or the wisdom faculty. And again, you need to balance samadhi with the panya. Samadhi with the panya. And how to balance while practicing mindfulness? You need to keep your mindfulness in a proper way towards the object. Then only you can balance these five bala and five what is called five faculties. Then only you can attain jhana. Otherwise, if you cannot balance these things, you cannot attain jhana. So this is the actually, while practicing this Ānāpānasati meditation up to the Patibhaga nimita, that means your concentration, you reach to the concentration up to upachara concentration. While practicing this Ānāpānasati meditation up to the Patibhaga nimita. That means if you maintain your mindfulness towards the Patibhaga nimita, your concentration is access concentration, or the we can say upachara samadhi. And before that, you have parikamma, ugga nimita and parikamma nimita. What is the concentration there? That is the preliminary concentration or parikamma samadhi. This parikamma samadhi, actually in this parikamma samadhi, you cannot see any paramattha dhamma. After upachara samadhi only you can see the paramattha dhamma. Anyway, while you are practicing and keep mindfulness towards the patibhaga nimitta, your concentration either access concentration or the jhana concentration, absorption concentration. That means while practicing and keeping mindfulness towards the patibhaga nimitta, you automatically enter into the first jhana. But anyway, if you can meditate up to 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, like time duration, by keeping your mindfulness continuously towards the patibhaga nimitta, and you after emerging from the patibhaga nimitta, you need to know what is your bhavanga mind and what is your jhana factors, because first jhana is made up of vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata, 5 jhana factors. Jhana factors mean those are the mental factors. And vitakka means the initial application of the mind towards the object. And vichara is the sustained application towards the object. Then the third mental factor or the jhana factor is the piti. Piti is the joy towards the object. Then that is the mental factor, and this or the we can say rapture. And again you have sukha jhana factor. Sukha jhana factor means that is the happiness towards the object, and this is the actually feeling factor of the of this jhana. And then again you have ekaggata or the one pointedness jhana factor. So this one all together you have 5 jhana factor. These 5 jhana factor you need to understand, you need to see these 5 jhana factor through the patibhaga nimitta. According to their what called the sabhava lakkana. Sabhava lakkana means natural features. According to their natural features, you need to understand and you need to see these jhana factors. These jhana factors with the jhana mind, they bend towards the object. That means they take the object as patibhaga nimitta in the middle, and then these jhana factors and the mind set up around the patibhaga nimitta. So you can see these things, and then your mind, jhana mind also very bright, and your what called the jhana anga or the jhana factor also very bright. So therefore you can see in the middle, over the patibhaga nimitta, you can see your mind like circular thing, but mind doesn't have any shape. And again, mind is now brilliant and bright. Now chetasika, all the mental factors are brilliant and bright. You need to understand this one mental factor. You need to see these mental factors or the jhana factors through the patibhaga nimitta. These mental factors and the mind are in your heart base. In your, that means the place where your masculine heart is there. Inside the masculine heart, you have your mind. Where the mind, that means in that is what is called heart base. Mind depends on the heart base of the heart base in the body, but this heart base is not the muscular heart. You need to understand this thing. The heart base is composed of rupa, only paramattha rupa. It consists of paramattha rupa only. So you can see this heart base, and as well as don't need to see the heart base, but you can see the heart base and your mental factors, and the mind, jhana mind, you can see through the patibhaga nimitta. Before that also, you if you can see your bhavanga mind also, before jhana comes, before jhana, you can see your bhavanga mind. Bhavanga mind mean the bhavanga mind mean your life continuum. Your life continuum, that is also a mind, very bright mind, brilliant and radiance mind. That mind also you can see through the patibhaga nimitta before the jhana. And so therefore, while practicing jhana meditation in the samatha stage also, you can see your bhavanga mind and your jhana mind. Before your jhana mind, your meditation mind also can be seen. And again, you can see 5 jhana factors. So many paramattha, nama paramattha you can see while practicing this samatha meditation also. So therefore, practicing jhana is very important to go on this path. That path is up to the nibbana. So therefore, this jhana, practice of this jhana is very important. So this is actually up to first jhana I explained, and with over the practice only you can understand what is this breath, and what is the touch point, what is your parikamma nimitta, what is your ugga nimitta, what is your patibhaga nimitta, and what is the jhana factors, what is your jhana mind, what is your bhavanga mind, and what is the first jhana, like that. You need to understand while practicing. But whenever you keep your mindfulness towards the patibhaga nimitta, that means you are in the upachara samadhi concentration. So therefore, in this way, you need to understand the what is called the jhana concentration. So this is the in this way you need to practice up to 4th jhana, and then if you practice 4th jhana up to 4th jhana, then you need to practice the mastery for the 4th jhana, 5 masteries, and then you need to practice 2nd jhana, enter into the 2nd jhana, and you need to practice a master for the 2nd jhana, and then enter to the 3rd jhana, and you need to practice mastery for the 3rd jhana, and you need to enter the 4th jhana, and you need to practice mastery for the 4th jhana. So if you practice mastery, only your jhana will not disappear from your life forever. So therefore, mastery also very important to practice. And this is the way. And again, this is the way how to practice anapana up to 4 jhana.